The winter storm of 2026 is less than 24 hours away, and this is what I did today to prepare for it. I built a double-pane insulated window insert that has dual functionality. And this setup will work as long as the temperatures are not so cold that it is going to gel up. And if you have another hose, you could recirculate the inside air. BougeRV sent me this diesel heater. I'm not being paid, but I am an affiliate and I will have links in the description, and I will be compensated with a commission at no cost to you. If you're interested in one of these, enter the code JOE10, which will save you 10%. I cut 2 strips of Lexan and 2 strips of 1-inch thick foam insulation, 10.5 inches wide, and I got my length by measuring my window for a snug fit. This heater comes with a 3-inch tube, and this is a 3.25-inch hole saw bit. I drilled through both sheets of Lexan with the pilot bit. I flipped this piece over, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up from the back side. And moving over to the other sheet right here, you're going to do the same thing. Going to get rid of these scrap pieces right here, which were just protecting the surface of the table. Pay particular attention to the orientation of the hole. You could easily kind of reverse these sheets and run into a problem. This is a 3/4-inch thick hardy board, cement fiber board, whatever you want to call it. Here we're just sandwiching everything together, and I'm going to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned before I drill this center hole. Here I scribe around the insert just enough to be able to come back with my square. You're going to want to save this piece I just took out, because when you're going to run the 3-inch heat supply line, it'll just make it that much more insulated. These are leftover pieces of PVC brick molding, which I have to say I don't recommend. It's pretty soft and the screws had a little bit of a hard time gripping to it. Wood would be a better option. Off camera, I used a sealant between the PVC and the Lexan sheets, and I also put in double-sided carpet tape to secure the foam sheets together. I wanted to keep my hole spacing the same on both sides, so I'm laying it out here. If you're anal or you don't care, it really doesn't matter, but I just wanted it to look uniform from the inside. I'm using a brad point drill bit with a countersink with 1 1/2-inch deck screws. To get the best fit possible, the window has a receiver plastic thingamajigger bob. And so I'm just running this through my table saw a couple times to go ahead and create a recess in this for it to slip down over so that this will not fall out of the window. Cutting some notches right here to also allow this to sit on the inside of the window. For those of you that may not know, this is called a crosscut sled, and it's a much safer way to do what I'm doing here to this piece of hardy backer. Now you get to see what the dual functionality of this is going to be. This insert is the perfect material for handling the heat for the exhaust pipe when I put the unit on the inside of the house and pipe the exhaust out. I left the white film on the Lexan because it matched my window trim perfectly. I gotta say, I love it when a plan comes together. This next part here is a tribute to my late father, who used to do this all the time when I left. This is a drain hole. You want to make sure this faces downward because it allows the condensation to drain out of the muffler. So you route this through the window and screw it into your unit when it's on the inside. That's option 1. This is option number 2. When the temperature is above 35, 40 degrees, you can set it up like this and run it outside. Actually 40 if you're using portable power units. You can cut another hole and recirculate the inside air if you have some more ducting. When diesel gets down around 35, into the 30s really, it starts to gel and create crystals. I have been using this thing almost daily since I got it. I love it. And for a little bit of a lesson learned scenario, when I was deciding where I wanted to drill the hole through this insert, I was primarily focused on placing it on the inside and exhausting out, because that's what I know I'm going to do initially. But when I decided to set this up on the outside, I didn't have an exterior table readily available that would accommodate this 2-foot long hose. So I ended up finding a plant stand, but this is some of the things that, maybe watching this video helps you kind of get in front of those potential issues. Winter Storm 2026, I'm prepared with a BougeRV diesel heater, and I have some portable power stations. I hope that if somebody wants to build this, there's enough information in here. If not, be sure to drop a comment. I answer all my questions. For more DIY projects, please tune in to my channel, DIY Home.